Today, we study Genesis chapter 12, verses 1 to 20, a turning point in the Bible and in the life of Abram. This passage records the call of Abram, his journey of faith, his worship, his testing, and his failure in Egypt. God calls Abram to leave his country, his relatives, and his father's house, and to go to a land that God would show him. This call required faith. Abram did not know where he was going, but he trusted the one who was calling him. This teaches us that God often calls his people to step forward before everything is clear. In Genesis 12:3, God promises that all families of the earth will be blessed through Abram. This is a great promise, pointing forward to Christ, through whom salvation comes to the world. As Abram travels through the land, he builds altars to the Lord. The altar shows us that Abram was a worshiper. He recognized that his journey depended completely on God. At the same time, he lived in tents, showing that he was a pilgrim, not settled permanently on earth. The altar and the tent mark the true follower of God worship and a pilgrim spirit. However, a famine comes into the land, and Abram goes down to Egypt. Genesis 12:10 describes him as a sojourner. This was a time of testing. Instead of trusting God in Canaan, Abram relies on his own wisdom in Egypt. There, fear leads him into error concerning Sarai, and trouble follows. Yet even in Abram's failure, God remains faithful. God protects Sarai and brings Abram out of Egypt. This reminds us that God's plans do not fail because of human weakness. The conclusion is clear. The path God calls us to may be difficult, but difficulty does not mean we are outside God's will. It is better to suffer in Canaan in God's path than to live comfortably in Egypt outside His will. God's biddings are always His enablings. He who calls us is faithful to lead us, correct us, and bring us forward in His grace. If you want, I can also shorten this for YouTube audio, add soft pauses for narration, or adapt it for Sunday school or youth class. Thanks for your watching.